Let's do the pledge.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, so we're going to do roll call now.
Okay, Frank Myers.
Here.
Jamie Bowman.
Here.
Wayne Rusland.
Here.
Greg Hilbert, absent. Again, Vogel is absent. We have a quorum.
Okay, so next up is approval of minutes from September 21st of 15. Does anyone have a comment or notice anything? Would anybody like to make a motion?
Motion?
Motion, I'll make a motion, we accept the minutes as presented.
I'll second.
Good.
I'll say aye.
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 Okay, I would like to introduce the evidence, following evidence which shall be considered when making a determination on the case before you tonight. The following evidence is the historic preservation ordinance for the city of St. Genevieve, the adopted design guidelines, and the city of St. Genevieve municipal code, subject to a motion for approval.
Anyone make a motion?
Make a motion, we approve the evidence.
And Frank seconds. I'll say aye.
Aye.
Looks like there's trade-off. You make one.
Oh, she can't move, she can vote.
I can try to push.
You got it.
We'll work it out.
Okay, so tonight we have new business, and it's SGHC 161116, item 1, request for certificate of appropriateness at 409 LeCompte Street to remove existing rear fence and replace it with a wood privacy fence at the property line. Number 2, remove the rear addition and replace it with similar but larger addition. And 3, add shutters to various windows on the house for decorative detail. So, could you please tell us about what you want to do?
Well, the shutters are iffy, I mean, that's just, I was looking at it today, I don't know if there's enough room on some of those with the dormers. Just trying to make it look nicer, because what we will do on the addition is take the siding off of the old addition, and then take the siding off of that front porch. If you see that porch, it's got the siding there along there, and it has it on both sides.
On the
Try to-
railing?
On the,
Like the railing part?
yeah, instead of a set of rails, it has that siding, so we
What
try to.
what is the siding?
It's like
It's at
that.
a slate siding.
Cement asbestos?
Yes, yes.
That may, I don't like to get into that, but that's a problem.
Well, I don't, you think that's original?
No, I'm not concerned about that, I'm concerned about the EPA and.
Oh, well, they'll have to dispose of asbestos properly.
And you can't, I don't
That's
think
a building
you can
code question.
reuse it either.
Yeah, but that's their,
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Okay, but that's what, we're trying to keep it as, everything to match as much as we possibly can. So,
The addition that's on there right now is rotted away, so that's why I want to tear it off
Yeah.
and replace it with one just a little bit larger than that. So,
Did you read the staff report? Back in there? Petrie made a comment on the shutter,
oh,
and while she recommended the board approve them if you want them, she pointed out that the design guidelines generally discourage adding features to a home that either weren't there or might not have been there with the original home. So I think in the long run, if you aren't interested in the shutters, it's probably more consistent with our guidelines.
okay,
So,
okay.
Well, do we want to approach this one at a time? One item at a time? So first, let's talk about the removing an existing rear fence and replace it with a privacy fence.
I've actually got a survey here that shows where it's at, if that would help.
Now, you're going to place it with the same, a fence of the same, you're going to use the same materials except for one section?
No, I think we're gonna, since we're gonna do the addition, we had even talked to Petrie about putting some of that, cut that fence down and maybe making a rail across the top of that roof line.
Okay, so that's changed since you and I had
Yeah.
our original conversation.
Yeah, because, I think she was talking to Ken, and that's where, and I thought, well, that sounds good enough, and put a different fence in the back, and it white to kind of match everything else, so.
Oh,
Well,
More
where's the
privacy.
privacy fence go? Does it go on the north boundary?
can you show us on that map?
Yes.
You can see where the old fence is, right there at the,
Yeah. But you leave,
you could see this one, and there's the shed, and there was an old driveway right here coming up
Yeah.
to that.
And it was originally thought the line was here, but it's actually here.
Yeah,
Is that what
here.
you're saying?
Well,
and
we
is
don't-
this where you want to put the privacy fence?
Correct,
Okay. You leave this fence intact?
Yes.
correct. And there
Good.
is a privacy fence all along this way.
Yes, I know there is.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So this would be privacy and this would still be the picket fence?
Yes,
Correct.
stay.
Yeah,
I'm
all
glad
around
of
the
that,
other
because
part.
that's one of the best looking fences
It
in town.
is, and I don't know how old it's at, but it doesn't look very old,
It's not.
So,
Jim, where's the Beckerman built it
okay.
a number of years ago.
And I know the
Right
one
back
that's
here.
here, that one's a lot
The one you
newer
put
than
down
what
is probably
this one
not.
is
Yeah.
also, so.
But,
I mean, it's, but
yeah,
otherwise,
I don't see anything wrong with that. You can't see that privacy fence.
Right.
I always like to use vegetation rather than fence, but
Right.
in this situation, I don't see anything wrong
Like
with
I said, we'll
that.
try to work it out, how that's gotten to be kind of, one wants to do it and the other one says there ain't no way.
I'll make a motion to approve the request for privacy fence.
is there a second?
I
Well, wait.
I will make a second comment. It also shows on one of those drawings that the north-south fence in the front is being removed.
No, no.
Or at least we hadn't had any plans on doing that, no.
We were gonna save the old fence that originally is there, and use that maybe on, like I said, on the house, cut it down, so that everything will kind of match.
I guess I don't understand.
Because it will have like a flat roof, and make it look more like a balcony, even
No,
though
it
it
just,
will not be high, but,
It
you know.
just says removed fence in the front.
Okay, there is a small fence
Yeah, it
going
comes
right
from
up
the,
to, yes.
are you going to remove it?
I wasn't even sure of that yet. Petrie said, go ahead, put it in there once, but it's, apparently somebody made a fence all around there to keep a dog in at one time, you know.
The only way it would be removed is if when we do the addition, we have to move it, but it may even go back, I mean, I got no
don't see-
problem with
I
it.
don't see that it's a problem either
No.
way, it's just that the minutes should reflect it
Yeah.
correctly.
Right.
So you may give them permission to remove it, and they may just choose not to.
Yeah, it's their call.
So, do we need to reword the motion, or how do we do that?
Put an S on fence.
Huh?
Put an S on fence.
Well,
Fences.
Fences. Remove the existing rear fence and replace it with private fence property line. We'll talk about this fence.
Yes, this here.
And that fence is along the walkway?
Yes,
walkway there?
there's sidewalk there.
All right, so why don't we say, remove the existing rear fence, and replace it with a privacy fence, and,
And that should be a 6-foot privacy fence, right?
She didn't want a 6-foot, I don't think. Teacher did. thought it
She
was
said if
too
we'd
far.
scale it down a little bit rather than make it 6 foot, you know. so-
And that's fine with us, it don't matter either way.
the fence parallel to the front walkway. That's my recommendation.
Yep.
Recommended language.
Okay.
Okay, I'll make a motion that we approve the, what are we doing? Removing the existing rear fence and replace it with a 6-foot privacy fence at the surveyed property line and
And removal of the fence.
removal of the walkway fence if desired.
Is there a second for that motion?
Second.
All say aye.
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 Okay, so then number 2 is remove the existing non-original rear addition and replace it with a larger addition of the same style with slightly slanted shed roof and small picket trim along the edges at the top. And that's what she was just talking about. It kind of has a flat roof, so it looks sort of like a balcony. Right?
Correct. Yes.
What is the roof on there now? Is it?
It's slate on the main part, almost all the
Yeah,
old original
well,
slate.
It's
And then,
asbestos, yeah.
It's shingles, regular
Yeah,
asphalt shingles
yeah.
on that court.
no, on the addition, the old original is the slate, and then the
Yes.
addition is shingles. But it's pretty flat, kind of, and that's where it
That's
kind
what
of leaks.
concerns me because, but believe me, I see why you want to put an addition on and no objections to that. It's just that some of the details seem a little strange because if you extend that thing out, your roof now starts right under the gutter and runs
Correct.
out 7 feet. Now you're gonna run it out much more. So your run versus rise ratio goes
I was gonna use
bad, it's much flatter.
That's why we're gonna go with a flat
that
roof.
roll rubber roofing.
Yeah.
is
You're
what-
gonna
We'll
make
have
the
those.
road good.
Yes,
Yeah.
because that's the problem now, it's too flat for shingles.
Yeah.
And it makes, yeah.
Good.
And that's why we thought, well, we'll put the little picket fence around there, cut it down so it looks like a balcony, even though, you know, it's not, you know. There's a little dormer above there, you know,
Mhm.
which will, but it'll just look like a little balcony, but, you know, on that flat roof.
Okay, that's not in the proposal right now.
So on this drawing, is the existing house here?
It says bedroom and,
Oh, okay.
The
I see.
existing house would be right here.
We'll enter into the bedroom.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Here's-
What is this?
Like the foyer that you're
Just
coming in.
Coming off of the,
It doesn't go anywhere.
Yeah. Well, this will be like the laundry room, because right now this is the back door you come in. So right here's where the.
Oh, so this washer and dryer,
Yeah, so actually what it was is like this. The old part was like this.
and you know, this is more, just not out of curiosity than anything, I guess. All right.
So this originally is like about this right here. And then you come in this back door, and it's kind of like a laundry room, but there's a window right here. So this is why we were going to take the window out, put a door here, and then make this actually, keep it the laundry room. Because originally, what they've got now is this little addition, and then it's got like a laundry room, and then you walk right into what they called a bedroom. But they cut the kitchen down so small that you can't even get a table in there. You know, they've got like a little bar that you sit at. And then, so we were going to open that up and then make
There you
this
go.
addition. See, there's the door. So then actually this will still stay like a utility room, but we're going
It's
to put.
only accessible from the outside.
yeah.
Correct.
Okay.
Yes.
So that's-
Oh,
Well, no. It has a doorway going in, you know, like, here's a door right here. You didn't draw the door in.
Okay, yeah, it's a door right
oh,
here too.
good.
Yeah, yeah. No, there is a doorway there. And then we were gonna take the window out and make the other door to the bedroom, so. You can't see the window inside.
Right,
You know,
that answered my question.
The addition,
Sorry.
yeah. Okay, he just forgot that.
Architect's not too good.
That was probably a back porch that got closed in.
Is this
Yeah.
There's a
I think-
lot of those.
Oh, yeah,
That
yeah.
started out like that and then got made into a room.
Oh, we have
Yeah.
several like that, that's.
Yeah, I had one on my house that was like that.
So you'll enter from the house and.
Yeah, and then we had one in Bloomfield, and I don't even think it was insulated.
Oh,
So we had to
no.
rip everything out and redo it. And they
Mine
had
had
a
a
bathroom, had a
styrofoam
bathroom
ceiling in
there.
it.
So,
When you started out. Anyway,
So the entrance will be, right now, it shows this is a door.
okay, here's the entrance, like, here's the old house right here.
Oh.
And then you're gonna walk up that sidewalk, and there is the fence here, and that's one they were talking about maybe
Yeah.
taking out. Now this, you come into like the utility room, and then there's a doorway right here that goes into the main house. And there's a window that sits right here that we will actually turn into a doorway and go into like a bedroom here.
Okay.
And then keep this as a utility room, so. And we know this probably is not up to scale, but we'll just try to figure out what would work best.
Interior arrangement's really not our forte anyway. But I was concerned about a couple of things just on the construction. What is the floor going to be? You going to put a footing around it, or is it going to be slab or grade?
It'll be concrete, yeah, probably footing, and then
Build it up a little
concrete,
bit.
yeah, be concrete floor, yeah.
And how many windows in that room?
Probably just one.
And what kind of window?
Well, that's what, because teacher said that we had to kind of keep it original, so we thought where we'll take out the window to make the door, save that window, put it over here.
Wonderful.
So trying to keep everything as much as we can, you know.
I think it's a cool little house.
It is.
It
really
is
And
Doesn't
it's
it have a
solid.
pretty
House
stairway
and-
in there?
It does.
Yeah.
They painted it all brown, I don't know, I kind of was looking at that today. Stripping that thing down would be a major job.
Yeah, but man.
And then, I know, and then the floors, they've got, they've put plywood over, then linoleum, and then one room has carpet, another one has that
you
fake.
probably have multiple layers.
Yeah, now it has a fake hardwood, and I'm thinking, there's hardwood underneath there, so we'd like to try to maybe take all that up and do the floors, but, and hope that they're good underneath of everything else, you rip it up.
Well, is anyone ready to make a motion?
What siding will you use on it?
That's where we were talking about, we were gonna try and use the original that come off, but I don't know, that's,
You won't have enough of it.
No, on the other two sides.
And they were talking about using
Pardon me?
they were also talking about using it where the railing would be
right.
on the front, because it's on both sides of that railing. on the front of their house.
Right,
We use that on the
Right here.
street side that's exposed, yes.
Yeah.
yeah, so all that is, that stuff there, and then what's on that shed right now.
So
So,
you think you'd have enough to complete the...
No, I'll probably, it won't be enough on the back side. I'll probably have to go with a vinyl siding or something like that if it's okay to do that.
That's what I was afraid of.
that, or do like a stone look or something, I don't know. My sister and them just did that, and it was, that's pretty neat too.
You know, the existing siding may be very difficult to reuse.
Right, right.
It'll
Yeah, that's
probably
what-
splinter
And,
and fall apart.
Yeah, that's,
That's why I was asking, what do you do in case you can't use the
Right.
the original?
Yeah.
There
I hate
may
to see
be,
vinyl go.
there may be a hardy board that's close to it.
that's what I was wondering
They've got
too.
a
'cause-
new product
Yeah.
that's more reasonable than hardy board, but
Right, but it's similar.
it's similar
Yeah.
in
Okay.
in nature.
Comes in a long
And it
strip,
actually
30 inches, yeah.
is paintable, it's like it just...
And it's like a cement board type thing too, isn't it?
Yeah.
So,
Mhm.
okay,
Yeah, but this is-
Yeah.
they
That
have
would
some
probably blend in.
Rosin
okay.
material.
A whole lot better than vinyl.
Yeah, I think it would, and
Yeah.
vinyl, and it's paintable.
Right,
So
right.
that you can paint it out
Cor-
to
yes.
match the rest. Sounds good to me.
Okay, okay.
So do we have a motion? Whose
I'll
turn
make
is
a
it?
motion that we approve we're talking about the addition, that we approve the addition.
Yes, number 2, the addition.
Yeah.
We're talking about removing the non-original rear addition and replacing it with the larger addition of the same style with a slightly slanted shed roof and small picket fence trim along the top.
Right. I make that motion.
I'll second that motion.
Do we need to mention something about the extra siding?
To go with like a
No,
cement board?
I think, I would hope the minutes would reflect the fact that they would
Okay.
use that.
Okay, so it's been seconded. All say aye.
Aye.
Aye. And now on to number 3, add shutters to the house for a more decorative detail.
And like I said, and I looked at it today, I don't know if there's enough room, honestly.
Why don't we just withdraw that if you change your mind?
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
when you did that.
Okay.
So,
I think there's a lot going on.
Because if you do
in the
decide to
house.
do it, I think
Yeah.
the board
Yeah.
would want to see
Yeah.
what material you're
right.
proposing to use and that kind of
Right,
stuff.
right. So, because, you know, I'm going to paint the thing, and then I was going to trim everything out in white, you know how that is.
And that might be enough.
Yeah. The only thing still may, to make the windows look a little nicer, I may just, I was wondering, you know, like if we don't go with shutters, can I go with a little wider board around the windows?
Well, shutters would be awkward on the
Yeah,
front
it
there
would be.
with the double.
Yeah, that's what I was
double
saying.
window on
And if
the
you can
top.
see, oh, I can't even see the other side, but like here on this here dormer, I looked at that today, down this side here. It gets kind of narrow in there, so there's really not, I mean, it would squish it in there
No.
sometimes, so it wouldn't work. And even down here, the same thing, because it kind of bows, you know, has the bay window type look.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I was just, you know how you're just thinking about, you got several other things going and you're trying to think about what you're gonna do on the next one, so.
Well, when you add color,
Yeah.
it'll make it pop.
Well, you get the double windows like that one on the top, and it's just nothing you can
Right.
do to make it look authentic.
Right, right. So we can scratch that, like I said, you know, I looked at it the other day, I don't think it's gonna work anyway.
Okay, so we've decided not to go ahead with the shutters at this time.
Correct.
But I think you have a very nice house there, and it's going to be a real asset when you get done
Yeah.
working on it.
You know, that's just it, you know,
So you guys are moving it down?
well, you know, people ask that, but, you know, and there's been people approach us wanting to buy it, but you just worry, because, you know, like, it is right next to the school, we kind of want to fix it up. And just, I don't care, you know, we got a son and a daughter that, you know, our daughter's talking about maybe moving up here to from Jonesboro, and her husband going back to college to be a doctor, so I'm thinking, well, He said something about our basement, and I'm thinking,
I think I'll buy a house.
We'll find you a place.
You can probably make up something.
but
Well, we're glad that you are the proud
Yeah.
owners of this house.
I really do
Look
think
forward
it's
to
cool.
your-
it is. You guys gotta come by. I mean, it's not, it's been, I guess somebody had started renovating, and like I said, they started,
Well,
things,
didn't we approve shingles on the porch of that?
I don't think so. Not since I've been here.
No?
Not on it before I got there.
No. On top of the porch? Because they wouldn't be able to see it, Frank?
What's that?
Didn't we approve something on this house before?
Not that I'm aware of. Right across the street we did.
Well, that was before me.
We've
But
had
I don't remember anything on that
code
particular.
enforcement meetings over this house. but-
oh, yeah.
Okay, well, I'm crazy. So, is that all we needed to take care of
That's
for
it.
you guys?
Good to go.
Okay,
Except we
thank
still
you.
need, you'll get a certificate of appropriateness from Petrie. We'll need-
Okay. Do you need a copy of this?
What's
Okay.
that?
The survey and stuff?
That's not
I
that's
think
something to
that's
deal
you.
with.
Okay.
Now, when you apply, you have to get a fence permit. So you need to come in and get a building permit for your
Okay.
fence.
Okay.
Other than that, I don't think you're doing anything, well, the additional require permit.
Right.
Building
Okay.
permit, so you turn in a set of plans that are a little more detailed than
Than
this.
what we did? We didn't have much time. and-
That's all right, just meet with Bob, he'll tell you what you need, but we'll need to see kind of where the electric's gonna be and the plumbing, and
Okay, yeah.
what the footing size and building plans. Okay, thanks.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Two quick items and then a question.
Thank you.
The St. Middle School wanted to replace some windows with the same kinds of windows that were there, so we gave administrative approval for that.
Which is the middle school? Is that the one,
The old one.
the old school?
Yeah.
Boy, those were, I sat on the commission when we approved the windows that are in it.
And then the addition of storm windows at 64 North 2nd Street was approved. Then Greg's sold his house and has moved to wherever.
Into the county.
Adams City, the Historic Preservation Ordinance states that members should be residents of the city. He said, I really want to stay on the board. I said, well, it says what it says. Well, I want to build it in the business in the city. Doesn't that count for something? I said, well, we might consider changing it from resident to property owner.
Ooh, that could be,
Well, that's why I'm bringing it up, so we can have a discussion. We're going to have to deal with it tonight. Give it some thought.
Well, my backyard is the county line.
well, you can annex his new property.
I don't know where it's, probably
think
not
so.
contiguous. Compact and contiguous. That's what it has to be, I think. Okay, well, with that thought in mind, we have no public because Alicia gave up her citizenship. She took her job. And, we need somebody to move for
I'll
adjournment.
make a motion that we adjourn.
Second,
All say aye. Aye.
I
Done.